All right, it's Wednesday. It means we have Greg Remigay live in the studio, handing out some free legal advice. I always learn something every single week, and this week we're talking more about workers' comp.
Well, last week we talked about how you need to know things, and knowledge is the key to this whole process. And the more knowledge you have, the more likely you're able to make an informed decision and potentially handle the case by yourself without an attorney, or know when you need to get the attorney's help. Workers' comp is one of those cases that you need more knowledge, and the insurance adjusters aren't necessarily going to give you that knowledge. One of the things that you're entitled to is when you're injured, your employer is supposed to provide you, within 7 days of your injury, a list of 2 different doctors that you can go see.
Now, this is really good information because there may be people who are home right now who are home on workers' comp, and they may have been recently injured too.
Right, but you get this list and you get to choose which one of these doctors you go to. What I've been finding is that there are several employers in town that the safety manager or the employer takes the injured worker, loads them up in a car, and drives them to the doctor that they want them to go see. Even though they're giving you a list of 2, they're driving you to 1. You start seeing that doctor, you don't really know how to protest, you don't know you're entitled to the list, and now you're stuck with this one doctor. You and I have talked extensively. Workers' comp is doctor driven.
Right.
If the doctor gives you the care you need, you're going to get the benefits you need. If the doctor isn't on your side, you're not going to get the benefits you need.
Right.
So you definitely need that choice. If you've been put in this situation where you either haven't been given the 2 choices, or you've been given the 2 choices, but the employer has driven you to one of the doctors, and so you haven't been able to exercise that choice, there are ways and means that we can still get you sent over to the other doctor and still give you this choice.
And as we had been talking over the last few weeks, there's some pretty significant consequences, both good and bad, that you could be seeing from either of those choices. Greg, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. And stay tuned. I've got my full weather forecast coming up on the other side of the break. And by the way, if you have a question for Greg, his information is on your screen. He's very helpful. Feel free to give him a call.